The rain was really coming down against the windows of Metropolitan General Hospital. It just would not stop. Dr. John Matthews looked at the clock above the nurse's station. The time was 11:47 p.m. Metropolitan General Hospital was where he worked. He was tired. His shift at Metropolitan General Hospital would be over in 13 minutes. Dr. John Matthews was looking forward to going and getting into bed after a long 16-hour day at Metropolitan General Hospital. The emergency room doors swung open hard and made a loud noise that went all through the hospital hallways. John looked up from the papers he was reading about his patient. A woman came into the room really wet and shaking. She was holding a little boy in her arms. The woman had hair that was also a little red. It was stuck to her face because it was so wet. Her eyes were green. They looked really scared. The little boy was in her arms. She was holding him really tight. The woman, with the eyes and the wet blonde hair, looked like she was really frightened. "Please somebody help me with my son. My son is not waking up. My son will not wake up." Her voice was. It sounded really desperate when she said something about her son. John was already on the move. He was so tired. He did not feel it anymore. All the years of training he had were helping him now. As he ran towards her, his arms were open wide. "Ma'am, I'm Dr. Matthews. Let me take care of the baby," Dr. Matthews said to her. Dr. Matthews was trying to help her with the baby. The woman did not wait for long before she gave the child to John. He had hands and could hold the child safely. The child was very young, probably 5 years old. The child's skin was pale. Felt cold and sweaty. The child was not breathing well. It was slow and not regular. John's face became serious as he looked at the child and thought about what to do. He had done this before. He knew what he was doing. The child was in hands with John. "Come with me," He was already walking to the nearest room where they check people. "Nurse Riley, I need to know the patient's vitals. I need an IV setup and oxygen, and I need it all now. I want the patient to get the care they need, and I want it to happen away so Nurse Riley can focus on the patient's vitals and the other medical things, like the IV setup and the oxygen." The woman followed behind, her sneakers making a squeaking sound on the linoleum floor. "He was okay this afternoon," she said. "We were at the park playing. Then he said his stomach hurt. He threw up 2 times. Then he just fell down. Please, you have to save the boy. You have to help the boy. I am really scared for the boy." John carefully placed the boy on the examination table. He used his fingers to feel for a pulse on the boy. The pulse was weak. It was there. John then asked what the boy's name was. The woman said, "My son is Christopher. His full name is Christopher Harper. He is 5 years old." The woman's voice was shaking. "My name is Emily. My full name is Emily Harper." "Okay, Emily, I need you to stay calm for Christopher. Can you do that?" John's voice was firm but kind. He had given this talk times before, but it was still very hard for him to watch parents get really upset in front of him. He felt bad for them because they were going through a time and he wanted to help them. John knew that Christopher needed his mom to be strong now. Emily nodded. She put her arms around herself. Her whole body was shaking badly. Emily was really scared and cold. The shaking would not stop. Emily just stood there, her body shaking over the place. John started checking Christopher. The temperature was really high at 104 degrees. Christopher's pupils were working. They were slow. His abdomen was sore, on the side. John grabbed the stethoscope that was hanging around his neck and put it on Christopher's chest. At the time he pulled up Christopher's shirt so he could hear better. John was giving Christopher an examination. He wanted to make sure he could hear everything that was going on with Christopher's body. John put the stethoscope on Christopher's chest. Listened carefully. That is when he saw that thing. He was looking around. That is when he saw it. The thing that caught his attention was, in front of him. He saw it. He could not believe his eyes. Below Christopher's left ribcage, Christopher had a birthmark. This birthmark was special. It was shaped like a crescent moon. There were 3 dots next to the crescent moon birthmark. These dots were arranged like stars, in the sky. John's hand stopped moving. John's breath got stuck in his throat. This is just